If your dream is to speak fluently English, then you should not use the dictionary. And in today's video, you're going to know why. Hi guys, welcome back to another new video. I'm so happy to be back, honestly. I just missed you so much. And as I told you in the last video, I don't really remember where it was the last video, but or where I did it. Just to tell you that I had like some excuses and I told you to be patient with me, and now I am back for good. Inshallah, wait every single week a video or maybe two, but for now I think one video in the week. I am finally back and I love you so much. If you missed me, tell me in the comments, and I'm so excited to read them all. And as you saw on the title of the video, today we are going to talk about, like, you know, if your dream is to be able to speak English fluently, you should know how to use the dictionary. And I want to tell you that I learned English without the dictionary, okay? So please still until the end of the video, because I'm going to tell you first of all why you should not learn from the dictionary, and secondly I'm going to give you the solutions. So you need to stay until the end of the video. Before starting, if you don't know me, I am Ines and welcome to my channel, English for a Better Life. What I do in this channel is basically giving you advice to learn how to speak English. And if you don't know, I have a school online, a school online where I give English courses, basically or mainly to learn how to speak English. And we also help you to achieve your goals. So if your goal is professional, you want to learn business English, we're going to help you learn business English. If your goal is to learn, I don't know, communication, travel, we're going to follow your goals and also introduce always the training and practicing the language, so that in the end of our formation or our sessions, you're going to be able to speak in English, inshallah. And I have many students who were really happy about the results, as you can see right here, and I thank them so much. Also, just wanted you to know that because we are in the beginning of the year, I'm going to make an offer for the first 20 students that are going to join the school. Okay, the first 20 people, I'm going to give you minus 30% on all of our courses. All right. So I'm going to make the link down the description. The first course is totally for free, and I'm going to be with you with the first course, and we have teachers in our school who are going to help you. I just forgot to tell you that this offer of minus 30% is really interesting for people who live in Europe, France, UK, in Europe, or the developed countries, because I have a lot of people, from Algeria, Morocco, and I'm so happy about it. But the problem is that they can't pay on internet, and unfortunately nowadays I don't have another solution. So I have just a solution for people who live in Europe, or I have a lot of students also from Saudi Arabia, from the United States, from developed countries, for people who can pay on internet by a card or PayPal. And yeah, let's start. First of all, why you should not learn just from the dictionary. Sometimes, yes, maybe you're going to need the dictionary, For instance, I didn't need the dictionary, but I really, really worked with Google Translation. I always, when I couldn't find the words or expressions, I was translating in Google, and that really helped me. And as you are seeing right now, it really functions. But if you need the dictionary, you're a person who really want to, go deeply about the words and expressions in English, please don't use just the dictionary, because the words that are in the dictionary are not the same in the real life conversations, right? So when you're going to talk with someone, you need real life conversations, words and expressions. You're not going to tell him spoon. It is not going to work, right? So yeah, for me, yeah, this is the first reason why. If you just focus in the dictionary, you're going to sound like a book, like the written English, right? So, my name is Ines, nice to meet you, like a robot, right? So, this doesn't really function. And yeah, you're not going to sound like a real natural English. When I say natural English, it's not obligatory for you to have the American accent or something like that, just for people to understand you and you understand them back. And this is another problem. If you're just going to focus on words and vocabulary on the dictionary, you're not going to understand people, because especially the American pronunciation, wow, okay, so it is, for example, let me give you an expression. Maybe in the dictionary, you're going to find I want to go, I want to go. But in the real life conversations, especially with the American accent, it's I want to go, I want to go. So totally different. It's totally different. Nothing is the same. So if you're just going to focus on the dictionary, on those words and expressions, you're going to be lost, because the pronunciation is completely different. And also, you're going to sound weird for the person in front of you. Listen, I didn't say in front of you, I said in front of you, right? Because this is I'm not going to say the right pronunciation, but it's like let's say the American pronunciation. So the person in front of you also is not really going to focus with you, because your pronunciation is weird. Also, I know a lot of people who are trying to learn English. They are trying to just memorize the words, right? And this is a very bad method. It's great to memorize, but when you just memorize the words from the dictionary without really applying them and using them, you're not going to know like how you are going to use them in the real life and in the real context. As I told you, if you are a follower from a really long time, as I always tell you that in English, every single word have a lot of contexts. So if you just memorize a word just like that, it's not going to work. So for example, yesterday I had a young boy, a student. I'm giving him English courses, and I'm focusing on like speaking English this year. I'm focusing with him on speaking English. And so he, mashallah, have a really great level in English, but sometimes it's different with the context. So I don't really remember the word. So the word was what's up. What's up, right? So someone who tell you what's up, that means, how are you doing? Okay? It's really well known nowadays to say what's up, not the WhatsApp. And so my students saw the the expression written, the written expression. So he saw what and up, and he knows that up means up, إلى الأعلى. And so he told me, oh, there is something with like up. I told him, no. When you stick the words together, it will mean a whole new word. Okay? So what's up means how are you doing? I told him it doesn't mean like up, it means how are you doing? And he was like, oh, so like when you stick a word to another and it becomes an expression and it means totally a new thing, a new a new thing in the new context. And so, yeah, this week he learned that one word have different contexts. So right now, let me give you the solution. The first solution, which is really important for me, it's actually to listen and watch maybe to real native speakers, in English. This is how you're going to really advance really, really quickly. And this is how I honestly learned it. I just basically learned it from watching a lot of films. And if it is like really hard for you in the beginning, you can just do subtitles in the Arabic language or French language and just watch with subtitles. There are some people telling me yes, but when I do subtitles, I'm like, annoyed because I can't really focus. Don't worry, because we have something called the subconscious mind. Right here, we have something called the subconscious mind. So what does that mean? That simply means that when you are watching, your subconscious mind is listening and just registering words without you knowing. You're not knowing that you're grabbing some words. It's like a sponge. Especially, this is why they say if you have kids and you want them to learn a language, please talk with them with that language, or let them watch and listen more to that language, because their subconscious mind is really like a sponge, and the more you're young, the more you're going to grab things. But it doesn't mean that it's too late for you or something like that. If you want and you have the courage for, and you are determined to learn English, everything is possible. So yeah, even if you are focusing on maybe Arabic subtitles, but your subconscious mind is absorbing everything. And one day when you will really need those words and expressions, they will come just like that. And you will say, oh, okay, I know this word. I didn't know that I know this word. All right. It will came in the right place and in the right time. Don't worry about it. If you watched my videos before this video, you know that I always advise you to choose a topic that you are really interested in and try to watch it in English. So I told you, if you like cooking, watch in English, a show of cooking, singing. If you like cars, watch something about cars. Whatever you're interested in, make it in English. And as you are listening, if you want really to advance quickly, as you are listening, grab a pen and a paper and try to write the words that you didn't understand. So, after writing those words or expressions that you really didn't understand, right here, I advise you to go and check the dictionary or just Google translation, which really, I told you, functions really well with me. And what you're going to do, basically just translate it and see what does it really mean. Now, after understanding what it really means, try to use those words and expressions into into a sentence, into a new sentence. Make your own sentences, your own phrases. Try to apply them in the real life conversation. And as I told you, what I was doing is that while I was cleaning, or, I had this free time cleaning or doing anything, I was just speaking with myself, imagining situations like a crazy girl, and just speaking. And I know I'm crazy, but this really works. So try it. If you didn't try it before, please try it. Now that you used them into your own sentences and phrases and you know them deeply, I also advise you to see the different contexts, because sometimes I think there are really amazing websites where you can do like maybe write this word, for example, write just a word and on Google and say in different contexts. So, for example, I don't know, up in different contexts, and then Google will give you all the websites that you can check and see the different contexts. As I told you, memorizing words just like that, it's not good. Yes, you're going to learn it for 2 minutes, but then you're going to forget them really, really quickly. Whether if you go deeply and try to search deeply about the meaning, take your time. Take your time. There is no one running after you, right? So take your time and try to be interested on what you are doing, because this is what is going to help you to advance quickly. For you, you're like taking time, but this time is an investment for you. Believe me that in the end of the year, you're like, okay, I know how to use this word. I can use it in a real conversation in English, and so on. So take your time. This is my advice. Now that you have gone deeply about it, I just advise you to come back to that topic that you saw, to that video that you watched before, and re-watch it and see if you can understand right now all what the person is saying. Okay, to give you an example, let me give you a video about me talking with a real native speaker in the United States when I was doing the collaboration with Italki. And so please listen to me, listen to her. This is a real conversation. And please, when you don't really understand a word or an expression, write it down and write it also on the comments. Search about the meaning. Please search about the meaning and write down in the comments. This is the word, this is the expression, and this is the meaning. Maybe in Arabic or in French. Right? This is an exercise for you. If you didn't do this exercise after this video, I'm going to be angry. Okay? How are you doing, Amy?
Thank you.
My first question is about, like, I know that a lot of people are interested to learn English, and it's specifically to practice the language, to know how to speak the language. So for you, what are like the tips or advice that you can give them in order to improve their English speaking skills?
Good question. So the italki platform specifically offers two different kinds of approaches to learning English and practicing English and improving English. One is with a professional teacher, and we are qualified with diplomas and experience examinations that enable us to teach students grammatical structures, organizational skills in language. And so that course or that track would be a more formal approach to studying English. But italki also offers what are called community tutors. And this is another really great way to practice English. Community tutors are not certified teachers, but rather people who are interested in helping people practice English. And so with a community teacher, you can engage in conversations with native or non-native English speakers.
What are the kind of exercises that you give your students in order to solve this problem of speaking the language. Yeah.
Another good question. Well, my personal approach may be different than other teachers on italki, but I believe that I want to plan lessons that specifically meet the needs of students. So I always ask them which topics are interesting to them. And then after I do a language assessment to understand their level, A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, I then find materials, vocabulary, grammar to offer them. And we practice that material in class.
So if you really want to do the exercise very good, you can take a picture or a video showing me the expressions and the words and the meaning in Arabic or in French, and inshallah I will mention you in the next video. Yes, so send me on email, please. And yeah, you can send me right there, and I will of course see your picture and mention you. Please send me your name also, okay? And I will mention you. And yeah. Hey guys, this is the end of the video. I'm so happy coming back. I think that you are seeing it from my face. I'm really happy, alhamdulillah. And I'm so I know that I don't see it or say it often, but just, you know, for me, you're my second family. You're a real family for me. And because this time I was really far away from you, I was like, oh no, I really just missed my family, missed their comments. You know, sometimes where I just open my phone, I see your comments and I'm like, oh, alhamdulillah, that like Allah blessed me with you. So yeah, just to tell you that I'm so grateful having you in my life. You're a part of my life. And so if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe to be a part of our family, of course. And don't forget also to give me a thumbs up and to comment below the video. And I'm going to tell you, see you in the next video. Bye. Take care, you guys.